Great. So thanks once again, everyone, for being here with me today. I'm going to share my screen, and of course, I'll be presenting about Canva on a presentation made on Canva. And please excuse my jokes. I'm a bit funny that way. So I'll come back here. Just give me a second. Yep. Is my screen visible to everyone? Great. I'll move this also. All right. So Coaching Journey and I have been ideating on how to help our coaches out there. And Canva is one of those tools which is again used by any content creator out there. So Canva is one of the first tools that we are going to explore. If you continue on this journey with us and if you have any more suggestions of next tool that we should discuss, let us know in the comments. So the agenda for today is pretty simple. I will be introducing you to the tool of how it works. We will be discussing the free versus premium. We will be going through about some design basics which Canva has. I'll also show you how a brand toolkit is made and what's the importance of making a brand toolkit. And at the end of today's session, I would want all of you, whosoever is available to work on the laptop or a screen right now, to try creating a creative at the end of this workshop to actually put your learning to an implementation. And then we'll be open to questions. So a bit of introduction about me. I'm your facilitator today. I'm Jaskiran Kaur. My coaching name is Your Lit Coach. I have backgrounds in MA English and I am a project manager turned a coach. I am based in Noida. I'm an owner of Women's Community and I'm currently on my ACC pathway. And like many of you out there, I'm also a business owner who's trying to figure out, trying to learn new tools in order to make this journey a success. So when it comes to introduction to Canva, why try Canva? I think the one of the best reasons why Canva always ranks out, and it has actually squashed a lot of its competitor when it comes to designing needs, is because it's user friendly. It has a humongous template library. It's the best tool when it comes to collaboration, whether you're working with a team, with an organizer, and of course, it gives you an option and control of branding. How does it do that? I think I'll be jumping back and forth within my presentation to give you all an understanding of how this works. So here, I'm going to go back to my Canva screen. So just a question for everyone who's logged in with me right now. Have you ever explored Canva by yourself, or is this the first time you're using this tool? Yes, no would work. I can see you.
Yes, I have Juanita here.
All right. So I'm assuming a lot of you must have explored the tool a bit, but this is how the first page of your design, the first page of Canva is going to look like. Here you can see that you can add multiple accounts. So in my case, I'm already a part of one of the teams, and I'm also this is a pro version. I'm also part of another team, which is from a free version. You can manage your accounts, you can add in more accounts as well. The sign-up process is pretty simple. I'll be walking you through that as well in a bit. When it comes to the home screen, it gives you options to design pre-made templates. So for example, today I want to work on a social media post. And even if I have a concept in my head, so I want to do it something related to International Yoga Day. You simply search in and you start looking at the options that Canva gives you. So here, as you can see, a lot of templates are available. So here I want you to notice this little icon which says Pro. These are the designs which are only available if you have a Pro membership. The designs which do not have this crown are available in the free version as well. So for example, I look at this one and I say, okay, this is something that I want to use. So this is where you can customize this template. All right. So if I click on it, talking about the user friendliness of this tool. So if you look on the toolbar, which is available on your left-hand side, it gives you options of design where you can choose the template. If you decided with this and then you have changed your mind that, okay, no, I want something to be a little more summer related to a collage, you will get all of these hints here itself. This is a huge library that you can scroll through. Then there are options of styles as well. This is again something which is coming from my brand kit, which I'll be exploring in a bit. Then comes the option of elements. So for example, in this International Yoga Day poster, which is right now showing here, um, if I want to change, say, add another image. So I can see the options of recently used images, shapes, graphics. I can also use AI image generator. This is again available on the Pro account. You can add stickers, photos, videos, audios, charts, and tables as well. This is the extensive list of elements that Canva allows you to add. So one neat trick that I always use when I'm designing something is that you never know what your last design is going to look like and how different is it going to look like from the original template. So it's a good trick that you use this, select this image and duplicate this page and make the changes on the second one. See here, say I want to add International Yoga Day 2024. I'll simply add the text. Now let's explore the text-based settings. Here, it is giving you an option of what are the current font that are being used in this design. Again, you have an option of utilizing different kind of fonts recommended, recently used, some from the brand kit, and some popular fonts which are also being used. Based on your desire, you can change the font. This is where you can also edit the settings. All text-based settings are generally available on the top as well. You can choose to bolden it. You can also put in effects. You can play around with these settings. You can add a background. You can also change the shape of the text. All right, so this looks good to me, minus the fact that it is right now being hidden by what's already on my page. So I'll come back to my design. I will select this particular element, and this is where a lot of interesting options pop up. One is an option of duplicating the same element. You can trash it, and at the same time, there is an option of more. This is where you can layer what part of your element needs to be in what setting. So this is again a feature which is available in very high price tools. This is something that I think they have copied from Adobe softwares. But if you look at it here, you can simply decide to bring it on front. So now my design is not being covered by the rest of the elements. So far I like this. The next change I want to make it a little more colorful. So I'll go back to here. I've selected the background, and this is where I see the background color. Again, I have an option of choosing colors from the document, which already come with the template. I can choose from the brand kit that I've already created, or I can also use the default colors. In case I'm not happy with any of this, I can always add a new color by writing in the hex code or choose a gradient for it. So in case of here, I'm going to go with one of the brand kit colors that I have. Yes. Same goes with the text. I can choose the text color. Coming back to here, these are again elements, which as you know, can be available from this library as well. So here I see these are just random leaves and patterns. So I can choose another element. Say I want a border. Do I want it a graphic one? There are options of graphic borders. Here again, you will be able to distinguish which of them are available for free and which are paid. So in my case, I like this one. I want to delete this element. I will select this, delete. And I will bring down my border here and I will stretch it to make it like this. So far, it looks like an average design. I wish I want to add some more things to it. So let's explore more. So apart from the text, which also have basically some pre-text setups in which there are attractive designs, attractive fonts paired together, which is again a good idea if you want to create a text-based digital asset. But then also comes the option of uploads. Uploads is where you can upload your files, images, and media. So in this case, I'm looking for any of the files that I might have uploaded in the past. So here is my brand image. This is the brand logo that I want to fit in. So I will capture it here. Then we also have options of drawing. So in case you're presenting something, in case you want someone to focus their attention, or if there is an element and you're working with an iPad, you can explore this feature to draw. Then there is an option of also adding projects. So there could be a chance that you have already created, say, a defined design which exists in one of your previous projects. So you can explore anything that you've created on Canva by the designs, folders, images, and videos, and bring that element directly here. There are also a lot of integrations which are available for your Canva. You can include charts, videos, you can bulk create, you can translate, and you can also add a lot of integrations which are now part of the premium Canva. So when it comes to the user friendliness bit of it, I think Canva has cracked a lot of it. A lot of features that you see out here are very easy. I think on one go, you are able to understand that, okay, this is how it's going to work. All you need is, of course, a mouse because it's a bit difficult to design via trackpad. So if you're happy with the design, that's where the sharing option comes in. If you want to give edit access, this is where you add your team's name or their email address. If you want someone to collaborate with you on this design, this link is available. If you want to share it on social media directly, there is also an option to do that. You can schedule it as well, which is again a very big added advantage for the premium users. If you want to download it, get it printed, a lot of options are available here. So in my case, I'm just going to download it. So when it comes to downloading, there are also a lot of good options available. So JPG, PNG, PDF, PDF for printing, SVG, which is specifically used for web designing and animations. If it's a video, there is an option of MP4 and also an option of creating GIF videos. So in my case, I will be using the PNG. It asks me which particular pages do I want to download. I will just select page 2. Do I want a transparent background? Do I want to compress file? All of these are checkboxes. And if I just download it, and go back here and check this out. This is the basic design that I just created. And trust me, it's as easy as it looks. I'm guessing a lot of you must be wondering what was the learning here, but it's as simple as it looks. So I'm going to take a break here and I'll come back to you guys. Any questions so far? I am struggling with this Zoom.
Uh, so can we change the size of the picture?
Definitely. So let me explore this with this option as well. So in this case, I don't want this person to be out of the boundary. So of course I can decide on the size. And since you asked this question, there's this good design trick that if you have multiple elements in one design, you can decide on one of the height or width, which should be seamless for all. So here Say, for example, I'm happy with the width of 309. So if I make 309 width for all, it should look good. In this case, we have three different types of images. So I will try to make it 309 as well. It might not work here.
So these are element size, the basic page size, like A4 or A3, that kind of.
Yes, yes, you can do that as well. So in case you've already created one and you want to now resize it, maybe say for a different post. So there is an option of resize in Magic Switch. Again, this is a premium feature. So you can decide that, okay, I want to make it an Instagram ad, or I want to make it a social media post, an Instagram story ad, or a Facebook post. But if you do not have a pro version, you can simply go back to the home screen, and while creating a design, it gives you an option of what kind of screen size do you wish to work on. And in case what you see is not something that you like, it also gives you an option of custom size. So you can create a custom size. You can enter the height, width in pixels, inches, in cm, whatever, and then you can create a design. So I just created this particular size for me. And now, because generally Canva understands that, okay, this design is generally used for these kind of design templates, it's also giving me suggestions. So this is a possibility. Was I able to answer your question?
Yeah, Kiran, thank you for that.
All right. So going back to the template library, the collaboration and the branding bit, I think we've covered a bit of template library and collaboration. So let's explore the branding. When it comes to the brand toolkit, this is a very interesting option, which again is a feature of the pro version. So for example, I am creating an Instagram post, which is, I'm picking a template. And I want to make this into creating 35 easy coaching ideas. Another small thing which I would like to suggest here, the way I duplicated my file, it's very useful that you do that if you're going to have multiple slides or multiple pages. Another way to look at how it's going to look in the long run is doing this grid view. So if you click on these four buttons, the grid view appears and it allows you to duplicate your page from here. And it also allows you to move pages. So it just gives you a grid view, a layout, so that you can explore and edit accordingly. So coming back here, so now say for example, I've already decided on the 4 pages that I want to put in this post. But now I also want them to be in my branding and I don't want to sit and edit each and every slide. So instead, I'll go up to the branding bit. If you look here, there is a logo that's already set. There's a color palette that is already set. In terms of font, the heading, subheading, and the body also have different fonts. And you can also add your brand voice, photos, graphics, icons, and a lot more. So how do we set up our brand toolkit? Let's do that. On the homepage, you'll see an option of brand kits and brand templates. This is where you can add your new brand kit. Few basic things which you will be needing while creating your brand kit would be, of course, your logos, the colors that you want on your design or your business, and the fonts that you've selected. So in case you haven't thought of a logo yet, of course, you can also design a logo in Canva itself. You can add a logo or you can just drag and drop here. When it comes to color, Again, the palette is available here. You can change the hex code. You can name the colors as well for your reference. And same goes for the font. So here, how about we start from scratch and start logo design? Would that be okay? Yes, no,
Yes,
not
yes.
interested. All right, great.
So
So,
engrossed listening to you.
all right, so I'll go here and start with the logo design. So again, I'm at the home page. I want to design a logo. So once I searched for that, it started showing me a lot of logos which may or may not be related to my brand. So I'm going to put here coaching logo, something which is related to me or at least the work I do. So there are multiple ways of designing a logo. Of course, if you work with a designer, they'll also help you build a brand story. But in this case, I want to pick something very simple. So say this, Jasmine Thompson, Wellness and Holistic Coach. This I like. If I want to make changes on it, maybe I will play around with the font a bit. Okay, so Cooper BT is now the font that I'm picking here. Instead of this color, I think the color should be a bit vibrant. So I'm picking a shade of orange. And this could be a darker green. Okay. So here I've created one of the logos. So one option is that I directly download it. Of course, this is a 500 into 500 px, but there will be cases when you might need a higher or a bigger logo design. So feel free to explore this setting as well. It gives you an option of magnifying your size. I am going to select page 2, done. I'm going to need transparent background. This is the logo for me, and I'll download it. The logo is done. Once I save it here, I want to come back to my brand toolkit, and I want to just add my logo here. All right. So now my logo is uploaded. I want to so it automatically picks the colors from your logo. So it does half of the work for you. So in case if I'm happy with these colors, I can keep them or I can remove and add new. This is the test, so I'm happy I will keep it. It's also suggesting a new color palette, not based on the logo. I am happy not to touch it or change it. Then we can, of course, add fonts. So as a thumb rule, it's suggested that even if you do not decide on fonts for all of these available, all of these options, you should at least have font for your title, subtitle, heading, and body. Rest you can manage, but these three should become part of your brand identity and should not be something that you keep on changing post by post. So in this case, for the title, I'm going to choose the same font. That's Cooper BT. So I'll add Cooper BT here. For the subtitle here, we've already chosen hero. So I'm going to find hero. Okay. And for the heading, I might choose something which is commonly used. So I'm going to use, say, open science. All right. So with that, 3 elements of my brand kit are done: logos, the colors, and the fonts. Again, you have an option of adding the brand voice, photos, graphics, and icons. In my case, I'm happy with this. Yeah, let's get into action. So we were here, and now we want to use our own branding kit. So I'll just quickly refresh this page. I will go to the branding option. And now here, since I have multiple brand kits, it's asking me which brand kit do I want to work with. So I'm going to use the test one, select brand kit. Now an interesting thing will happen. So if I click on the background, the color that I want to change, it will give me the brand kit options. So I'm going to choose the same color. And here again, another option, it gives you that you can change this background for all the slides. So if I click on this, it changes for the rest of it. Instead of black, I want this color to be this one. Change for all. Done. Instead of this font, which is Fredoka, I want to actually use the font which is of my branding kit, which is Cooper PT. I'll change for all. So now, irrespective of whether you're creating your post for one platform or whether you're creating it for future, you can always have same design language, same branding. And of course, you always have an option of posting your logo directly here. So this is a little demo of how creating a brand kit can actually fasten your process of creating social media posts via Canva. Any questions here? All right.
So what
Yeah.
I'm understanding is this is more like a picture creation tool. We can't probably do some kind of GIF for video editing and all. Am I right? Or
Oh no, we've just been talking about the pictures, but this tool can pretty much do anything. So with that bit, I think let's dive into a design which is related to video. Let's do that, Jesse. What do you say? Yeah. All right. So for example, I want to create a reel. Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of you might be wondering how are people doing that, sending out reels every single day. So a lot of reel templates are also available online, and that makes it very much easier. So for example, I want to post a reel which is calming and motivation. So here you go. I click on this template. I get an image. It has a template style. It will also show me similar options. And this is where it is allowing me to edit the video. So if I want to crop it, if I want to animate it, how the animation, the text appears, if I want to delay the playback, if I want to change the positioning, if I want to add another music onto it, if I want to keep the original music, all of these options are available when you edit a video on Canva. So here, for example, I think the background is too dark. So I'll select the background. I'll go here. I'll look for scenic mountain. And this time I'll search for a video. So I think based on the code that's written here, I think this video makes more sense. So I'll just pick and drop here. But now I can't read the text. So I'll just quickly edit the text color. I can use branding kit. And of course, since even though this is something that I've just made, instead of really great site, I want to put in my logo. How is this for video editing, Jesse?
super easy.
No sound in
Right?
it.
No, right now this one does not have sound. We can add sound later. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to do it with while being on Zoom. But there is an option of putting sounds as well. So here you have audio.
Um,
Yeah, you can choose sounds available. So let's try to add it. So here, I'll just play it once. Let me know if you guys can hear it.
Can't hear it.
So you can make this edit as well. So if you want the sound to be here and then you want to add your voiceover, so in that case, you can record your voice, you can upload it using the upload button. It will show up in the audios, and then you can put it here for the rest of the video. All right. So in the interest of time, I'll go back to the presentation. I hope the brand kit and the video editing part is so far clear.
Yeah. I was wondering if there is time to show us how to do that carousel thing that people do on LinkedIn and put it,
Yes, we can definitely do that, Sarita.
And see this power assessing. Is this the way you make Instagram reels then when you post it on Instagram? You make it on Canva and then you post it?
Most of the people are doing that. Of course, like there are other ways of doing that on Instagram as well. I just studied an Instagram marketing course, which just blew my mind. But there are a lot of ways people are doing it on Instagram. But I think an easy way to start is by Canva. If you are already paying for a tool which gives you this option, it's very easy to start implementing it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is the paid version. You are
Yes, yes. Right now I'm showcasing you the paid version, and let's talk about the free and paid versus pro version a bit. So if you're starting and if you're not ready to make the investment, if you just want to try out what Canva can do for you, it still gives you a lot of free templates. So I will suggest that you should work for Canva free at least for a month to see how it works for you. The only thing that you won't be able to find in the free version is the brand kit, which means that you'll have to be very sensitive of the fact that, okay, what font did I use in my yesterday's post versus today? That's something that you'll have to manage manually. Otherwise, Canva creates a kit and then you can manage it. So the free version gives,
4,000 per year. Okay.
that's right. That's right. It gives you unlimited access to premium photos, icons, elements, and videos. You get lots of free templates, which are being updated on a regular basis. And it also gives you an additional export options. So in case if you want to create presentation decks or pitch decks on Canva, again, I would suggest that you use the pro version, because otherwise you get that watermark saying that this is a Canva image, or this is a Canva element. All right. I think I've covered most of this while sharing with you on how to create different posts. But when it comes to the elements, we've discussed the elements, the upload feature, the draw, how to create projects, edit photos, apps, text, and layout. Let me discuss those little things which are remaining. I think the presentation and the sharing bit and a little bit of design. So yeah, this is another cool feature. So if you're working or if you're collaborating with multiple people on something, on a project on Canva, you can keep adding comments like you do in your Google. You can keep adding comments, which become sort of your place to come back to. And if you're presenting, if for example, this was a professional presentation, then I can also create my own presenter notes slide by slide. I can also mark the duration of each slide and put in a timer that, okay, how much time have I already spent on this particular slide? This gives a good understanding if you're a presenter and if you can't see the audience like I can't right now. All right. So Sarita, was that you wanted to see how to create the carousel post, right?
That's right. Yeah.
All right. So we'll go back to the home screen. So I'm thinking of creating a LinkedIn carousel post. I just search for it. It gives me a lot of good templates. Again, these you can be careful about the pro indicators. But in this case, I see that, okay, this one looks good enough for me. So I pick this, I customize the template. While I'm here, it is again showing me a lot of options based on this result that I've picked. So you can change it from here as well. One more thing that I think I would like to show you here is in case, like the design option it shows, right? So in case I want to use this one which has a picture of a professional, and I want this to be my image. So I can either edit the image, and again, Pro version allows you to give the option of background removal, which is very important if you are going to use same image in multiple places. You have an option of filtering the image. You can change how the image looks. Then you have effects. And then you also have multiple apps that you can use to edit this particular picture. You can adjust the settings of the image as well, the brightness, contrast, regular settings, the sharpness, the clarity, and you can crop the image as well in different aspect ratios. So here I actually want to replace this person. So I'm gonna pull up one of my own images. Let's get Priyanka Chopra here instead. So I'll just delete this element. But I think it had more impact when it did not have a background. So I will edit this image. I will click on background removal. Here we go. Needs to be a little bigger, like this. And now I want that blue element, which is right now behind the image, to be actually over the image. So I'm going to again go back to the layers and bring it to front. Sorry, send it back. So this is my page 1 of the carousel post. Then there is multiple pages to it, right? I don't want to do that exercise of again finding, uploading, and editing the image. So in this case, I'm just going to duplicate this image, drag it, bring it to the last slide, delete this image. And I think it'll look better if it's a little flipped. So I will flip this image horizontally. And here I am. So say this is my design. It's ready to go. I don't need to add anything. I'll just quickly change the name. And with this, if I'm happy, I'll go to the share button. One more option that I wanted to, one more feature that I wanted to share with you is this public view link. So if there is a chance that you're presenting something which is not quite ready, but you want people to be able to see it, you can create a public view link. Anybody can view that document, but nobody will be able to edit. Once you're done sharing, you can come here and turn this off. This is helpful if you don't want to give a lot of people permission and if you don't want to add them to your team. So in this case, I'll just download this. So you can download it as a PNG or you can download it as a PDF as well. So in this case, I want to download it as a PDF standard. I will download this. And it shows to me as a PDF format. If you see the image quality will be superior if the images are being high quality, if you're using high quality images. That's a really good feature of Canva that you don't have to worry about image resizing.
You know, I saw somewhere on the template place where you can directly post on LinkedIn. I'm not able to recall where that was.
Yes, so there is an option that you can directly post as well.
Here on social, okay.
Yeah, but this is something that I haven't explored myself. I've used scheduling, that too for Instagram. I actually prefer downloading and then scheduling and posting on my own time. But you can try this and let us know how it works.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So we've already discussed the brand toolkit. And now that we just have 15 minutes left, I want us all to try out your first Canva masterpiece. So is that something that you're up for? I hope the presentation was easy. We don't have any questions.
Kiran, one question. So we just used some pictures. So is it correct to assume that there won't be any copyright issue because I used pictures here, or is that another check we have to do before we publish it in?
Yes, so that's the advantage of using any resource which has an additional library attached to it. So in Canva, every image that you see here, they take care of the publishing rights for it. So you don't have to worry about copywriting. Everything that's here is available for free business use. Does that answer?
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I think I did not show you stickers, but yes, of course, graphics and stickers are also available. For example, this is something that I add here. I'm sorry, I think I'm starting to play with it. But you also have options of using different formats of shapes and sizes. You can put stickers, which just make your presentation shine a bit more. Okay. A lot of options that you can do. So I think it's time that we all take 10 minutes and design something of our own. So I have 3 activities and you can pick any of it. You can design a LinkedIn post, you can create a reel, or you can create a daily post for a LinkedIn. Any of these things. I think the last one is basically sort of what we just showed, a carousel post in which day 1, day 2, day 3 are different. But you can pick any of these. And yeah.
I see a comment by Powers on the Adobe thing,
Mhm.
not express.adobe. How is that? I have never heard of this one either.
I'm sorry, I did not get. You'll have to repeat, please.
I see a comment by one of our users saying that he uses free Canva and Adobe.
Mhm.
That also is free, is it? New.express.adobe.
I'm not sure, Pavas. You might have to answer that for us.
Yeah, Sarita, it is also similar to Canva, but I just use it for creating infographics. So my need is pretty basic. So it also helps me.
But infographics can't be created on Canva?
Yeah, it can be. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an additional tool you're saying.
yeah.
Right. So we have 15 of you here. If some of you are right now joining us from your screens, from your laptops, can we please design something and share with everyone? Would really like that. Is anybody up for that? Jisi, Sarita, Narendra, and Simi. Anybody? Yes, I will try. I hear Pavas and Carmen. Great. So guys, we have 10 minutes on the clock. Please take your time, sign something. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm here. Yash, I think we can meanwhile open for the questions as well, considering we are running short on time. What do you think? All right. So if anyone has more questions related to Canva and design, let me know, please. I'll skim through the chat in case we've missed anything. Yes, Joan, you can upload your own image. I don't think I showed that. Are you interested to see how that's done? Oh, All right, I'll show it. All right. So in case I want to upload something here, one more cool thing. Sorry, I think I missed this. By using Control and Command, if you're using Mac, you can actually select the number of elements together and group them so that you can play around with the size. You can move them around without disturbing the alignment. Yeah. So here, if I want to edit this, now since it's part of a group, I will ungroup it. Now these are different elements. So I want to upload an image here. So I'll click on upload. I want to upload something that I've downloaded. So say I want to upload this particular image that we created today. So I'll click on open. Once this bar is full, it means that it's successfully uploaded on Canva. I can simply click it, bring it here, resize it, and place it. Yeah. If I don't like, I feel it's not doing the work it should be doing, there is another option that I can do. I can actually put it in a frame. And now it's inside. These lines that you see that appear, these very dotted fine lines, they help you decide on the placement of the element. So if you follow them, right now it's showing that it's exactly in the intersection, which means it's exactly in the center. Yeah. I'll stop sharing and come back. I hope that helps, Joan.
What is Instagram Square? What does it mean?
So Instagram Square is actually a post size. So
Okay.
before we had Reels, before we had other formats of content, Instagram Square was the only standard size of posts.
Okay. Thank you.
I think someone has asked me on DM about how does images look like in the free version. So let's explore that for a second. So if I actually have a free account as well. So for example, if I'm creating a design and I do not have Canva paid. So in that case, say I'm creating a LinkedIn carousel. And if I like a design, which is, so it's going to show me most of the free versions, but of course it will show me some of the premium version designs as well. So even if I choose this, say apply on 5 pages, and then I add an element which is a paid element. So working, I want to add a photo, which is a paid photo. So when I do this,
Sorry, cannot see your screen.
oh, I'm sorry. I'll share it. Just give me a second. Thank you. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
All right. So what I'm doing here is right now I'm in a free plan on a free account, and I've selected a design which is free design, but the element that I've picked, this image, it's actually a paid image. So if you see, if I add this image, if I zoom on this a little bit, you'll see that it is crisscrossed and it has a watermark, Canva. So if you want to remove the watermark, it's going to ask you to purchase the premium element. So you have an option of purchasing the image or purchasing the plan. Yeah. So that's why I generally do not prefer using images which are paid, even if I'm creating on a free version. So instead, I'll choose a free image, which is hard to find, especially photos, because all of these are stock images. But this one works in my case. And resize this. And also crop this a bit. Yes. So now the design is free. I'm showing it as a preview. The design is free, the image is free. And would you believe that this is made on Canva? All right, I'll stop sharing and come back. Thank you, Pavas, for joining.
Thank you so much. I mean, this is fascinating, but I think you can spend the whole day just playing around. It's like a toy.
Yes, it is. And I think that's part of my agenda today, that I want all of us to start exploring Canva as a new game because it's very much fun. And I think that's how I've learned.
Also, what I'm seeing is that most of the good things are premium.
Do not let that limit your JZ. I'm pretty sure if you spend enough time, you'll find superb elements which are free as well. And if in case you can't find anything which you really need and it's not available for free, you can always upload it. So I hope you know about freepick.com, right?
Yeah.
Right? Freepick.com is a library of resources similar to what you see on Canva. So you can download it from there, load it on Canva, and then use it.
Wow. Thank you.
As people are now dropping, I'm going to just run a quick poll on your experience. Please share your results. The poll is live now. Thank you, Simi, for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, Lolly.
Thank you. This was really helpful, Jazz. I mean, I've been using Canva for last 1 month, I think, but this had a lot of features covered. Thank you.
Great. I'm glad.
I saw your feedback poll. I'm not looking at this as something that I want to relate it to coaching, which is why I have not given it was completely for coaching. I'm looking at more as a tool to be used wherever, not limit myself just to the coaching arena.
Definitely.
So please pardon the response that I gave because your question was very specific for coaching.
Yeah.
I don't see myself using it only for coaching. Because then I'm limiting myself, to using this.
Of course. But Sarita, I'll share this with you. In my coaching, what I've realized is that whenever a client needs, say, journaling prompts, or if they need some form of assignment, sort of a worksheet, I design those in Canva too.
I'm not
Because
coming to a stage where I'm going to look at it like this. Yeah.
sure, you'll be there.
Yeah, it's a
You need
thought.
that.
Yeah, you're seeding a thought. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we just have a couple of more participants to respond. Thank you, Carmen. I'm glad you enjoyed.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If I can just maybe see you guys for a sec and click a picture, that will be great. If you can turn on your cameras for a minute. Awesome. Oh, hi. Hi, Mizuki. Thank you for being here.
Do it on a regular basis, then we'll get the hang of it.
Sure, sure. And it's actually like a game. So maybe we can say, I'm not even sure, Sarita. Let me know what kind of help do you need, and I'll
Yeah,
love
maybe
to
I'll
host
design
an.
something and send it to you, DM it to you, and then see what comes up. Let's see.
Definitely, let's do that. You can add me as a collaborator now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll just click a picture of all of us. I can't see myself. Hold on. I
You
think
can
the
take
only
a
struggle,
screenshot.
the only struggle I had today was managing this Zoom.
You want me to take a picture of everyone with a screenshot and send it to you?
Yes, Mizuki, that will be great. Thank you so much.
You holding your camera.
Yeah, I'm doing like this.
Yeah. So yeah, I will take it. Yeah. So okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, just in case, one more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I will send it
Thank
to you.
you.
If someone
Thank you
No.
so much. Any more questions, or should we call it?
No, I think we're good.
So we'll come back if any queries while we are doing.
I'll be here. Lauren. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for making time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joan.
Thanks a lot.
Good to see you.
Bye.
All
everyone.
right. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.